This next song's a cover song. It's a Metallica song off the album Ride the Lightning, which is appropriate because I'm getting electrocuted as fuck up here on this microphone. Sing along if you know it. It's called For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Marches on!
The bell tolls!
Marches on!
For whom the bell tolls!
Oh yeah, Little Think So Brain. We got to get George in here somehow. He's taking the day off. He's not here. It's all good. It's me. It's Think So Joe here. It's 12:30-ish on Sunday morning right here. Think Metal, All West New York Radio from the Fropock Production Studios right here in beautiful, well, not quite beautiful, but South Buffalo, New York. I mean, what's the weather like right now? It's still cold. There's snow everywhere. Of course, that's Western New York. That's life in Western New York. I mean, everybody who lives here, a lot of people do like to complain a lot about the weather. But why? You can't change it. You don't like it, move. And the old saying still goes that if you don't like the weather in Buffalo, wait 5 minutes. It'll change. It's, yeah, we kick off this morning with, this afternoon, rather, with my band, Think So Brain. We're looking for 2 guitarists and a drummer, by the way. If anybody's interested, thinksobrain@gmail.com. Please let us know. That is also George's band. George, again, not here. And that was a Metallica cover, For Whom the Bell Tolls, live at Maggie's, an all-Western New York radio-branded show back in 2007. It was New Year's Eve. The reason I played that this morning is it is Cliff Burton's birthday. He would be 51 years old today had a bus not crushed him in Sweden. Sad day for all of metal. And speaking of sad days for all of metal, we have heard now that the Randy Blythe of Lamb of God trial, that is, he's actually getting to come home for a brief period. They're taking a recess while they sort some, because a key witness apparently is not feeling well. On Tuesday, Randy released this statement, and let me read this to you. This was on his Instagram. It says, "I have read a few news reports of the progress of my case, and trust me, many things are incorrect. But this is the internet, and of course, things are half-baked anyway. Keep in mind that translation is difficult, and many things can be lost, for Czech is a very difficult language. So wait and see, as I am. It is all I can do except be honest and fight for my freedom in my own way. I have also heard of some people, not on here, talking smack about the Czech Republic, saying, 'Fuck the Czech Republic,' etc. This is not how it should be. This is a very sad case, not something to rage at people you don't know over. I am not angry with the Czechs at all. A fan of my band is dead. What do I have to be angry about? I am an innocent man, but I am also a very sad man right now. To not be sad in this instance would be inhuman. But mad at the Czech people? Why would I be mad at them? Here, look at this picture. A mother watches her baby. The child reaches out for something new, laughing and chasing a pretty picture in the air. It is the same here as everywhere else. Do you see? Life is beautiful. Hope to see y'all soon." That is a statement again from Randy Blythe, Lamb of God frontman, who is, of course, on trial in the Czech Republic basically what happened was a fan, if you don't know, got on stage. Things were kind of getting out of hand, according to the band. Things were kind of getting out of hand. Security wasn't really doing their job. And, the guy jumped up on stage, and Randy kind of shoved him, as frontmen tend to do when people get up on stage, and shoved him off into what he was expecting to be the waiting arms of the crowd, I would imagine, and splat. Unfortunately, yes, a Lamb of God fan did perish at their Czech Republic concert. Randy on trial right now for manslaughter. And we're wishing him the best. We definitely hope Randy comes out of this okay. And the band, certainly I know the band is over there supporting him. Key witnesses are lining up now. A lot of witnesses over the past couple of days have said, hey, this is what happens. But these were friends of the guy that died. This is what happened, and he pushed him and he was malicious and whatever. And other people are now coming forward as witnesses that were at the concert, and they're saying, well, Randy didn't do it maliciously, and this is what happened. And they're giving their side of the story. So, hopefully, justice will be served here and Randy will be okay. It's a really tough thing to call. We weren't there. Can't really say what happened. We just got to let the courts decide, and we'll see what happens. Trial is set to resume now on March 5th, is my understanding. once the key witness is hopefully feeling better and Lamb of God's frontman can go back to his trial. He is back home in the U.S., hopefully, enjoying his time here while he can, and we wish him the best. Anyway, Think Metal here, allwesternewyorkradio.com. Just me here in the studio today, which is why I'm pretty much rambling at this point, because usually I have George here to banter with, or at least maybe a guest in the third chair here. I got nobody. It's just me. It's cool. It's all good. We're going to march on anyway. I do have a few songs lined up for you today. Some great bands from all over the place, man. Just all over Western New York. We've got bands from Williamsville, Medina, Grand Island, Buffalo, North Tonawanda, and Macedon? I don't even know how to pronounce that, man, but it's on the far, far east edge of Western New York. I know that much. But let's kick it off today with a little band called Hell Cannon. And these guys are from Williamsville, New York. This song is called Harbinger of War, right here on Western New York Radio. Think Metal. It'll start playing eventually. I know it will. Yes, I love technology. Give me 1 second. We'll get this going. Maybe not. Okay, bear with me one moment, Art. There we go. Hell Cannon right here. All Western New York Radio. Think Metal. No Sad Tomorrow from Medina right here, allwesternnewyorkradio.com. I am Think So Joe. This is Think Metal from the Fropock Production Studios in South Buffalo, New York. Before No Sad Tomorrow was Hell Cannon from Williamsville. Their song Harbinger of War, kicking off a 2-song set here. And I've really got nothing to talk about. I don't, if you are listening to us on allwesternnewyorkradio.com via the Listen Live link, you may be thinking, man, this show sounds like shit. Well, listen, here's the thing. All West New York Radio, you can go to pirateradio.com, get the Destiny Media Player. You look for All West New York Radio under mixed format, and you're going to get a far better quality radio program. Or if you're listening on the All Western New York Radio Listen Live link or the Destiny Media Player, and you want to watch my dumbass struggle in the studio to find 10 minutes worth of stuff to talk about in between music, hey, go ahead, tune in to ustream.tv/channel/think-metal. We are live every week. And I was told earlier that we didn't have a picture, but I'm looking at me now. I'm broadcasting. I'm here. I'm definitely on. You can see me. Look, that's me. If you're watching the Ustream, I've got it up on my tablet. I know I'm on. Hey, so anyway, yes, Think Metal here live. All West New York Radio. We talked about Randy Blythe earlier. It is the 51st birthday, or would be anyway, of Metallica bassist Cliff Burton, who tragically passed away in a bus accident. Of course, we kicked off today's show with my band, Think So Brain, doing our cover of For Whom the Bell Tolls. And I got to tell you, I honestly think, and I don't think it's just my opinion. I honestly think out of all the bands around Western New York that have tried to cover For Whom the Bell Tolls, I honestly think we did the best version. I played a show once at a place around here called Chuggers, which is no longer around, and we do, lament over the loss of several of our great venues here in Buffalo. That was not one of them, in my humble opinion. I know other people will disagree with me, but I didn't quite care for that particular venue. But anyway, we played a show there. And in that show, we played with some other bands. It was a Dimebag Darrell tribute show. We were actually supposed to have Pantera play, but they were not able to make it. And we're standing around, and me, George, and our other bandmates at the time, some friends of ours, our sound guy, and all that. We're just kind of standing around, checking out the other bands, and all of a sudden we start hearing dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Like, wait a minute. That's our cover. And they started playing it, and we're like, dude, we play this song at every show. We don't have anything else to fill that time. Holy shit, man. And we decided to go up there anyway because we didn't find the band to be that good at playing that particular song. Now the band, I don't remember the band in question off the top of my head, but the band was pretty good. Other than the cover, when they played the cover, it's like, dude, we could do it better. And we went up there, and I had to explain why we were doing the cover, other than, we didn't really have anything else to fill in that time slot. And the reason that we used to play the song is I had a friend who used to be in a band called Apathy, and later on they were called basically the same band. It was called Detriment, and the friend's name was Steve Porter. Many of you in Niagara Falls probably knew him as T-Bone, and one day, sadly, T-Bone was hit by a car and he passed away and is no longer with us. Now, one of the songs that Apathy used to play on a regular basis was For Whom the Bell Tolls, and it is my understanding, I was not able to make the funeral, but it is my understanding that as they buried him, they did play that song as they were burying him. So I used to play For Whom the Bell Tolls with Think So Brain as a tribute to my fallen friend. So I had to come up and I explained that to the audience, and we played the song. We played the shit out of that song, man. And we kicked some ass playing it, if I do say so myself. But about a week later, we were playing elsewhere. And we were, geez, I think it must have been like Boo Junes or something in Niagara Falls there. And we got, I got a text message from a friend of mine who used to drum for a band called Dead Before Dawn, Mr. Steve Brown. And the text said, dude, this band sucks compared to Think So Brain and playing For Whom the Bell Tolls. He was at some other show somewhere with some other band, not the band we played with the week before, playing For Whom the Bell Tolls. It's like, dude, that's our cover. We do that. We've been doing that for, at that point, like 5 years. And the opening track here today was pretty much the proof of that, because it was from 2007. That was about a year and a half into us playing, and we had never done a show without playing it, except for maybe like an All Western New York Radio house party, where instead we did a Garth Brooks cover. Yeah. The members of Think So Brain who joined after we stopped playing that, they disavow any knowledge that even existed, but they know. And I think we did a pretty killer job of that too, but that's just my opinion. I suck at singing, so it probably really was shitty. But yes, we are here on Think Metal, allwestnewyorkradio.com every Sunday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. George not here today. He will be back next week. I can verify that. I can vouch for that. Did take the day off. I know he's, I don't know. I don't think he'd mind me telling you he injured his wrist at work, and he is ready to get surgery, hopefully sometime soon. And he'll be back to good old George in no time. But he's convalescing, whatever the fuck the word is I'm looking for. I don't know. But he's resting. Let's say that. He's getting ready to come back stronger than ever. And we wish George a speedy recovery, even though he's not watching. But I do have an announcement. We always talk about George. We're trying to get George on Facebook, and George says if he gets to 403 likes, he will join Facebook, his page, facebook.com/GeorgeOnBass. Mine, of course, Facebook.com/official ThinkSoJoe. George has officially joined Twitter, however. At the end of last week's Board Wrestling Fan Radio, which comes up at 2 p.m. today on BoardWrestlingFan.com, George joined Twitter. He is at Punish78 if you want to follow him. You can follow me at ThinkSoJoe. And you could get Think Metal on both Twitter and Facebook. Facebook.com/ThinkMetal and at ThinkMetal on Twitter. We are there. We do pretty much nothing but plug the show. We also, put the word out there if we're looking for like bands to play, if we're trying to come up with a good playlist. Usually what I do is I go into work on Thursday nights, and that's when I start looking for bands to play and get a good playlist going here for Think Metal. Put together at least 7 great bands, sometimes 8, sometimes 6. It depends. But, on average, 7 bands. We do a 2-song break at the beginning, 3 songs in the middle, and 2 songs at the end to close. And about 10 minutes talking in between, which is why I'm rambling on about absolutely nothing. But I will also promote All Western New York Radio's flagship show. We do every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, and that is the Noah's Ark Show featuring Noah Goki, your host, myself, George, and occasionally Kyle Bones from the Kennedy Carpool. This past Wednesday, I was supposed to shave my head on the Noah's Ark Show, and a lot of people were, joking around after the Niners lost the Super Bowl last week when I said, yeah, I'll still be rocking my Niners hat on Think Metal, and they were like, oh yeah, to cover up your bald head, but unfortunately we didn't have a show this past week. I still have hair, and I will be shaving my head again this Wednesday on the Noah's Ark Show. You can watch that here on Ustream, ustream.com/user/allwny radio. And George does not have to get anything shaved, but our host Noah has to get a golden spike shaved into his pubic hair. That I will not be watching. And it will not be broadcast on Ustream because they are very clear about that kind of stuff not being on their airwaves. Well, I don't know. What do you say we get a little more metal here from Western New York? Let's go over the bridge here. Let's go to Grand Island and check out the band. Where did they go here? Rise of the Villain. This song right here on All Western New York Radio, it is called What Happens When Yo Jaw's Flappin'. It's Rise of the Villain right here, All Western New York Radio. Eventually, it should play. Here it comes. There it is.
Blame it on the moon.
Tackin from North Tonawanda right here, allwesternnewyorkradio.com. That song, When Darkness Calls. Before that, The Forefront by My City, My Secret from right here in Buffalo. And, of course, kicking off that song block, Rise of the Villain from Grand Island, the song called What Happens When Yo Jaws Flappin'. And you can check out all these bands on Reverb Nation. That's where we find them. We search, we look, we find all Western New York Radio's greatest music. Best metal. Check it out. Songs, the bands that we had on the show today, check this out. Hell Cannon from Williamsville at reverbnation.com/hellcannon. No Sad Tomorrow from Medina, reverbnation.com/no sad tomorrow. Rise of the Villain, of course, reverbnation.com/rise of the villain. My City, My Secret, reverbnation.com/my city, my secret. reverbnation.com/tacken, that's TAKKEN. For that last band, Tacken. And the other couple of bands follow the same trend in that you can get to them by reverbnation.com/their name. And we're going to get into those in just a little bit, maybe about, 10 minutes. But hey, how about them Buffalo Sabres, huh? They picked up a win, a tough win the other night in Montreal. Is that who they beat? I don't even remember, man. My brain is shot with these. No, the New York Islanders is who they beat. And they did it in overtime. After coming back, they were down 4-2. Wow. You can't really, count out the Sabres. You think you can because pretty much because they suck most of the time, and they've lost a ton of games. But the way they've been playing lately, and in particular Thomas Vanek, because Thomas Vanek is finally starting to play the way that we expected him to play when the Sabres gave him that $7 million contract or whatever it was, when they matched the qualifying offer offered by the Edmonton Oilers several years ago. And I'm not positive, but I think this is a contract year for Vanek, so I think now would be the best time for him to be the leading scorer in the NHL, which he was the last time I checked. I don't know if that's still the case. That was a couple of days ago, but the Sabres play tonight, I think. Yeah, the Sabres played last night. The Sabres won last night by a goal in regulation. Tonight they play the Boston Bruins. The Boston Bruins are almost an unbeatable team, but one team has beat them this year. That is the Buffalo Sabres, our hometown team, right up the street here. Literally up the street here from the Fropak Production Studios. And technically, I guess you could say it's right up the street from the Drasticlone Studios, where we do the rest of the All Western New York Radio shows here. And of course, Hello Western New York Radio, you got great shows on this. The Candyland Countdown, hosted by Jim Candytree of the Whiskey Reverb and Super Killer Robots. You've got Sippin' Scotch, comes up right after that on Tuesday nights. The Thomas Loop Show, when it airs right after the Noah's Ark Show on Wednesday nights. Thomas Loop, 8 p.m. I know he's doing a little micro show now that airs like 12:30 or 1:30 or something like that. Tom, if you're listening, please give me the right information so I can get them the right information. I know I could probably look it up, but I'm trying to not distract myself from what I'm talking about, because I'm the only one here. I don't have anybody to back me up and be like, hey, yeah, this is, let me talk about this for a minute. Not that I mind, but those are when you can catch the other All Western New York Radio shows here. And I hope you are enjoying all of these great All Western New York Radio shows. When we are not airing All Western New York Radio programming, live programming that is, we do play great music from Western New York, old bands, new bands that haven't been together for years. I actually tuned in the other day just to see the sound quality difference that I've been told about between the Destiny Media Player and the what do you call it? I'm looking up the Thomas Loop Show here, and I'm losing my train of thought. But between the Destiny Music Player and the actual Listen Live link on All West New York Radio, and as soon as I tune in, I heard a band that I played with years and years ago that broke up years and years ago. I understand that they are still trying to get back out there, but The lineup I know is long gone, and that band is called The Fracture. When I tuned in, that's what was playing, was The Fracture. It's like, holy shit, man, this band hasn't been around for a while, but it's cool, man, because they're getting plays on All West New York Radio all throughout the day in between bands, which is cool, you know. I'm still looking for this information on this Thomas Loop. Oh, here we go. No, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. This is old. Okay, I'm really having... I don't know when Tom's show airs weekdays. I know he does a little micro version of his show. I'm still trying to find it. I don't know. Maybe we'll find it, maybe we won't. But, you know. Yeah, so anyway, All Western New York Radio, all day, every day, plays the best music from Western New York. And it's definitely worth checking out any time of the day, but especially when we're doing the live shows. The live show's a little bit crazy sometimes, you know, and how could they not be with hosts like Jim Candytree, Noah Goki, Tom Proctor, me, you know. And here's the thing, if you want to get your music on All Western New York Radio, you can go to our Facebook page. It is facebook.com/allwnyradio. Let us know. And we could get you on the Noah's Ark Show. We could get you on Think Metal. We could get you on the Candyland Countdown, the Thomas Loop, Sippin' Scotch, if they even play music, because those guys are even crazier than the rest of us. But definitely, you know, if you want to get your music out there, you want to get heard, we are the premier local music station. I don't care what other stations play or who or what they do or how broad their reach is. We play Western New York music all day, every day. Occasionally we'll play like some national bands, and we'll do live shows where we're making fun of national things, you know, like the Staph infection on the Noah's Ark Show, Scott Staph infection, if you've never heard the show. But for the most part, it is Western New York music right here on the station. And I'm still babbling on because I don't have anybody to bounce anything off of, and usually it's a two-man dynamic here in the studio. So I plan for two people, but I don't have two. But yeah, so definitely, you know, check out All Western New York Radio any time of the week, particularly Tuesdays at 6 p.m., Wednesdays at 6 p.m., and Sundays at 12:30 p.m. We're the only ones that don't do the show in the studio, and that's makes us unique, I guess. You see a completely different atmosphere here when we do Think Metal. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to kick on the last couple of songs here. When I come back, I will have hopefully the information on when you can catch the Thomas Loop mini episodes that Tom likes to do. And we're going to kick off with a band right here in Buffalo, the Murder City Outlaws. This song called Anti-Everything, right here on All Western New York Radio.
Animals come out at night. Whores, skunk pussies, buggers, queens, fairies, dopers, junkies. Sick, venal. Someday a real rain will come and wash all this scum off the streets.
Everything,
Looks like we're having a little technical difficulties here. We're trying to get our next song played, and for some reason it doesn't want to. Give me 1 second, we'll get it on. Song Through Lifeless Eyes, Distorted Visions of Hope, right here, All West New York Radio.
Sunday was a great day for Baltimore. To present
Distorted Visions of Hope. That's ReverbNation.com. That's Through Lifeless Eyes here on All West New York Radio. A song called Distorted Visions of Hope. You could get those guys, ReverbNation.com/Through Lifeless Eyes. Imagine that. We've got a couple of minutes left here on All West New York Radio's Think Metal, and I do have a little interesting story. There's a movie coming out about hair metal. Believe it or not. Check this out. This is the synopsis of the film Here I Go Again. It's a documentary. The year was 1985. Thousands of miles away from the sonic debauchery of the Sunset Strip, a group of teenage friends shared aspirations of glam rock grandeur. Rising from the ashes of countless garage jams and taking a page straight out of Hit Parader, a hungry, determined band was ultimately born. Fame and fortune were well within reach as they toured the skating rink circuit of West Central Florida, but fate intervened and the young group unceremoniously imploded, probably over some chick. In this humorous yet shameless documentary, two longtime friends ultimately realize their mortality and decide to give the dream one last shot. Gone are the long hair, leopard skin, spandex, and all-night parties, only to be replaced some 25 years later by male-patterned baldness, double XL fashion, and the mundane grind of 9 to 5. Their mission: reunite the band and appear as an opening act for their heavy metal idols. Their journey will take them cross-country as they seek out, stalk, their musical heroes with the hopes of hearing the words, "You've got the gig." Countless questions remained. Will they find their long-lost bandmates, particularly the bastards that still owe them money? Can any of them still hold a tune? And who is that skank that broke up the band in the first place? Failure might be their only option. That film is called Here I Go Again. It's directed by Steve McClure and written by Kyle Kruger and Steve McClure. Here I Go Again features candid interviews with some of the most influential musicians and industry professionals. And I'm not going through the list. It's a long list. That sounds interesting. It's a documentary about metal, but if it's written, I don't know how that's a documentary. If you want a documentary, Anvil, the story of Anvil. Check it out. I am Think So Joe, and for my co-host who is not here, George, this has been Think Metal right here on All Western New York Radio. We'll see you guys next week. Take care.